Get your Woody Academics and check it out, because I've been saying this for the longest. Now, you hear most of these motherfucking rappers, and let's just be frank, most fans, they're so used to these rappers mumbling, okay, that when they actually do speak motherfucking English in a goddamn interview and they're not making up slangs, words, and probably saying or like every 2 seconds, right? You are motherfucking impressed. That's what fans are impressed by. It takes nothing for fans to be fucking impressed by a rapper's intellect, okay? As long as the rapper isn't coming out saying murder, criminal, or nothing, you think he's actually smart. You speak English, you're smart. You use a 3-syllable word, you're smart. Now, they ignore the fact that you could so eloquently spew a bag of fuckery, and not because you have an expansive vocabulary means you're not talking bullshit. Now, T.I. is one of my favorite rappers, but this is the exact reason why Dave Chappelle's skit makes even more sense, okay? He said on Real Issues, we don't need fucking Ja Rule's opinion, because unless we're talking about rubber band man shit or we're talking about busting out the bando, the fuck are you gonna really offer to the discussion? Now, for some reason, we still live and die on these rappers giving their opinions on Mike Brown, Ferguson. Let's hear them talk about Baltimore. Now, some of them do put themselves in those positions, right? They're acting like they're really like social activists in the music. But some of the rappers, if they're rapping about trapping, most likely they ain't got an opinion you really need to hear about serious issues. Now, a political question was posed to T.I. by DJ Woo Kid on an interview where he said, would you contemplate voting for Hillary Clinton? Now, the brainiac known as Clifford Harris said this.
I can't vote for the leader of the free world to be a woman. Every other position that exists, I think a woman could do well. Every other position. But the president, it's kind of like... I just know that women make rash decisions emotionally, and later they make very permanent, like cemented decisions.
See ya.
And then later it's kind of like it didn't happen, or they didn't mean for it to happen, and I sure would hate to just set off a nuke.
That's what I'm saying.
Because a motherfucker, you know what I'm saying?
That's what I'm saying. See ya.
Yeah, oh my God.
Well, goddamn. Now, listen, I don't need to analyze this for you to realize this is some dumb motherfucking shit, okay? Let's just be concise and straight to the point. Clifford Harris, he basically wants to discriminate against a woman being president because of a stereotype. Simple, a stereotype, okay? He says women are overly emotional with their decisions. For that reason, he won't trust one being a goddamn president. Now, we're going to ignore the fact that checks and balances exist in the political system and that the president ain't really making no decisions just by themselves. And to be honest, the president ain't really doing much other than giving motherfucking speeches and being the face of the country. It takes way more than a bitch fit to actually make changes and make decisions. Let's just ignore all of that because we're dealing with the rapper here, right? Now, could we just focus on the fact that this is the same dumbass reason, in theory, why a lot of people that were white discriminated against a lot of people that were black? Basically, to say another race or gender is mentally inferior or basically mentally not capable of doing the same things just because they're different, it's a little bit dumb to me. Now, the problem with this, and I know a lot of people will say, well, listen, why do we care what T.I. says? Well, he's on a platform and he spews this nonsensical fuckery, this nonsensical rhetoric. And a lot of people, if it wasn't so dumb, they wouldn't call him on it, okay? And as I said, I rock with T.I., but when you hear dumbass shit, you gotta call it out. Now, he popped a lot of shit, but he then apologized because, of course, the feminist was all in the comment section, was all in his motherfucking mentions, on his comments on Instagram, and basically said this. My comments about women running for president were unequivocally insensitive and wrong. I sincerely apologize to everyone I offended. Now, listen, you shouldn't have said this shit in the first place if you knew you were going to have to apologize. But what I really think it is that he was under the influence of some drug. I think he looked pretty high. I think he was on something. And that's the reason why, as I said, when you hear these rappers, no matter what they're talking about, unless they're talking about exactly what they rap, do not consider them experts. Just consider them a nigga with some money. And that's about it. They're no smarter, they're no insightful more than the regular person. Okay, so get in the comment box. What do you guys think about this? Clifford Harris basically says, yo, I wouldn't vote for no woman, okay? And listen, everybody got personal biases, but when you put it out there like, yo, this is really fact and this is a fact for all women, that's the problem, okay? He then recants his statement by saying, I'm sorry, and I can't even tell if this was a sarcastic apology because he's using some of these words and you're like, really, Clifford? Unequivocally insensitive? Okay, my nigga. But we do forgive you, at least I do, but those feminists, I don't know if they will. But, and also, why would you make a statement when your fucking bread and butter these days is a family show that really women watch? Niggas ain't watching the Family Hustle. Women are watching the Family Hustle. Why would you shoot yourself in your goddamn foot? It's basically cutting off your nose to spite your face. This shit's ridiculous. Get in the comment section. Make sure you guys like. Definitely subscribe. It's your boy, the Akademiks, man. I'm out.